I'd like to let you share, for just a few minutes, an experience I've captured and put together on film. At Iqaluit, or Frobisher Bay, in the Northwest Territories of Canada, there is a place called Qilaluganiatut, a northern correctional center. When a person is convicted of a crime and has a short-term sentence, he can be transferred from a jail anywhere in the Arctic to Qilaluganiatut, which means a place to get help. The inmate is simply called a member, and the officer is called a staff. During their time at the center, members can bring their families on hunting trips down the bay. I spent 3 weeks as a member. During one summer trip, I brought along a Super 8mm camera and made this film. Modern ways of living have changed the way Inuit hunt. Machines have made transportation much easier and faster. Before guns and ammunition came, the Inuit depended on each other. Sealskin umiaks and kayaks were their main transportation, and harpoons were their most important hunting tool.
Ilaw si Mavid, Asivaqtiin, Qilaluganiatut, Kajanak tilogo.
Before a group of hunters travel, they buy gasoline, ammunition, canned food, tea, biscuits, and tobacco to last the trip. After half a day's travel, the captain of the boat finds the right spot for the evening. We clean our guns, repair anything that needs repairing, and drop anchor for the night. We have tea, biscuits, and tell jokes and stories of what happened during the day. In the morning, we head for Ogak Lake, about 60 miles from the town of Frobisher Bay. It's been decided that we'll fish for cod. These cod are well known to be cannibal fish. My grandfather once told me that a small seal could be eaten alive if it gets too close to one of these fish. Leave a line in for a short period of time. Along comes a small cod and takes the hook. A larger cod can then devour the small one, even if it's still on the line. These codfish can weigh as much as 25 pounds. During traveling, there is a lookout at all times for sea animals. At the destination, the supplies are transferred to a canoe and then to the land where a campsite is selected. The tents are put up and the supplies are brought to shore. Next day, a hunter is sent to look for signs of caribou. When there are no signs of caribou nearby, it means that someone has been here before and the caribou has been scared away. Next day, the men hunt for seal. Seals are often missed when it's cloudy. They're hard to see because of their small heads. Skinning a seal is a very difficult job. It can easily be wasted if any mistake is made. At the camp, the women clean the skins and bake bannock. Much of the work at the camp is done by women, cleaning clothes, sewing, caring for the children, and cooking food. Sighting a caribou from a boat, the hunter has to get to shore right away and take a shot before the wind changes and the caribou smells him. An adult caribou may weigh well over 300 pounds in summer. The hunter drags the caribou down the slope to the flat ground close to the shore to skin it. In summer, the hair of the caribou is thinner and the skin is used for winter clothing. Skinning a male caribou is harder than skinning a female caribou. The male is more active and the meat is tougher. In summer, edible berries are usually found in mossy areas of the tundra. Berries can be picked and stored for later use. When a caribou is shot in a slopey area, it is put in a boat so the hunter can skin it on flat rocks by the shore. Children are taught not to be afraid of animals when they're near them.
Ilaw si Mavi Asivaqtiin Qilaluganiatut Kajanak tilogo ilaw si Mavid tutunyak tilogit kajanak tilogo ilaw si Mavid
Inuit have a use for all parts of a caribou.
ilaw si Mavid Kajanak tilogit Kajanak tilogo
The meat along the back of a caribou is used for sewing thread.
Kajanak tilogit ilaw si Mavid Kajanak tilogit Kajanak tilogo
Bone marrow is a child's favorite thing to eat,
ilaw si Mavid
and the antlers and bones can be carved as a pastime.
ilaw si Mavid tutusok tilogit sinako tilogit Kajanak tilogo
The stomach is very tasty and can be eaten with seal fat.
tutusok tilogit
One whole caribou can feed a family for a month or more.
ilaw si Mavid
For many generations, Inuit have shared their kill among themselves. No meat is wasted, for it is still their main source of food. In this way, the Inuit keep their skill as hunters.
ilaw si Mavid Kajanak tilogit Kajanak tilogo ilaw si Mavid Takanat sinelama Asivaqtiin Qilaluganiatut Asivaqtiin takanat sinelama
I'd like to show you what I filmed one spring at Frobisher Bay in the Northwest Territories of Canada. In springtime, groups of hunters pack their canoes full of supplies and head out across the bay to hunt for whales. The hunters must push the canoe for hours across the ice before reaching the open water. It's very dangerous, as skidoo is too heavy for the thin spring ice near the open water, and a kamutik or sled is used to slide the heavy canoe, loaded with enough food, rifles, and ammunition for 6 hunters. Finally, after 2 days, we reach the open water. For the next 2 weeks, we will be hunting for beluga whales and other sea animals. Before moving on, we melt some ice to make tea and put on warmer clothing. Before the canoe came, Inuit used kayaks and umiaks for transportation down the bay. The kayaks came in many sizes, large one for the large family, the light ones for the hunters. Umiaks, sealskin open boats about the size of a canoe, were used for transporting supplies to better hunting areas.
Okshara built the logo. Now ya follow the mer follow to Sapsavo. Okshara built the logo. Now ya follow the mer follow to Sapsavo. Kachana galok podli.
The ice pack blocks our way to the open sea. We wait for the tide to change before moving on again. An Inuit hunter can wait for days before seeing a whale. While waiting, we watch for other sea animals. When a seal is on the ice, the hunter sings him a song to make him stay longer. No seals are shot when whales are nearby, so the whales won't be scared away by the shots. On a calm day, only the sounds of whales in the open air is heard. The hunter aims at exactly the right spot and shoots at the right moment, or the whale will never come up again. Fast action is needed when the whale is shot. We must get to the whale before the ice pack closes in again. For many generations, Inuit have been skilled at tying knots. A bowline is tied through the head and front flipper. A beluga whale can weigh several hundred pounds and will provide enough food for a family of 5 for at least 2 months. At a young age, we are often told by older Inuit how to skin animals and make sure our knife is very sharp. When carving a whale, the flippers and tail are removed first. Then the blubber is cut into sections.
Mama relorako Ukchukak tinaru Matak tula gomina Mama relorako Ukchukak tinaru
All the meat and blubber is stored on the island to be picked up later. For many generations, whale hunting has been important to the Inuit. Whale meat and blubber still provide us with food and oil for heating and cooking. It is important for us to keep our skills as hunters.
Ilaw lapunga Asivaqtiin Asivaqtiin ilaw lapunga ilaw lapunga Asivaqtiin